And it's Ken Kraetzer for CaMMVetsMedia. We're in New York City at a luncheon of the Navy League Council of New York at the Union League Club. Heard General David Petraeus talk about his new book. And one of our special guests is Major Sean Keeler, who is at West Point, works in the Department of Military Science. Major, good to see you. What did you take from General Petraeus today?
Thank you, Ken. Very happy to be here. A lot of incredible insight into a long and illustrious career and a lot of the strategic challenges that General Petraeus faced. I think one thing I can take away from this is a tactical leader at this time, particularly up at West Point in the Department of Military Instruction, is that one thing he said is you got to get the big ideas right strategically. And then the second aspect to that is once you have the big ideas right is communicating and implementing those. And I think those of us that are at the tactical level can do a good job to understand the strategic level guidance and inputs of senior leaders and do a better job or a good job of getting our soldiers to understand that, conveying the importance of what we do day to day and why it's important to the overall mission.
Very good, Major. Maybe just tell us a little bit about your role as an instructor at West Point.
Absolutely. I've been at West Point for about 3 years now. I teach military science and training, MS 200 and 100. I serve as the department strategic planner, so I support the build and the synchronization of the military program, guiding documents, and coordinate with adjacent departments up and down to support cadet development as far as the military portion of their West Point experience.
Very good. And if you would, I know you served in Europe. Tell us a little bit about your career of service in the U.S. Army.
Thank you. I'm an infantry officer by trade. I've served in light, heavy, and Stryker organizations. Conducted my lieutenant time as a platoon leader in Fort Riley, Kansas, and then my company command time in Germany as part of the 2nd Cavalry Regiment. It's been a great experience so far, and fortunate to be at West Point for the last few years.
Very good. Where are you from originally, and how did you join the Army?
I'm from Hudson, New York, about an hour and a half north of West Point originally, born and raised. Not a lot of military family connections. My grandfather's the only one who spent time in the Army. He's a West Point grad, class of 61, I believe. And he was someone I admired growing up and followed in his footsteps, and have enjoyed really my experience over the last 11 years.
Where did you commission from?
I'm an ROTC commissioner from the University of Alabama.
The University of Alabama, that's great. Major Sean Keeler from West Point and veteran U.S. Army, great to see you, and thank you for your service to our country.
Thank you very much, Ken. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Good to see you. It's Ken Kraetzer for CaMMVetsMedia. We're at the Navy League Council of New York in New York City.